In expressive Swahili, it is common to hear sounds that are connected with a definite idea. On the poster presentation, I also made sure to include a picture with some of the most common adjectives used in Swahili. This list came from the Swahili Handbook from the U.S. Department of Health, Education, and Welfare. So you can see it right here. It is some of the most common adjectives. And to finish up this presentation, I wanted to talk about syntax and the writing system. So, syntax. Swahili is a head initial language and follows a subject, verb, object, SVO pattern, like many of the other Bantu languages. When we talk about nouns, if the adjective in a sentence applies to the noun phrase, it comes at the end of the sentence. If it is used to specify the noun, it comes before the noun phrase. In Bantu languages, they divide their nouns into 16 to 18 different noun classes, and these noun classes help to determine order in a sentence, and which prefixes they use, which suffixes are used, and what's allowed on the stem or the noun itself. The common order for nouns is noun, possessives, then demonstratives or adjectives, and numerals. However, if the word kila appears, it means always, and it is always before the noun. If a noun phrase has two nouns, and one is considered a proper noun, the proper noun always comes second. So, switching to verbs. Verbs can be specified with invariables, which are time, place, manner, state, degree. Locatives, so place, time, prepositional phrases. Nominal and pronominal forms, manner. Nouns and noun phrases, places, for example, posta for post office, for place names. Time, cause, instrument, state. And nouns are used to determine which object in the sentence the verb applies to. And you can also have complexes with qua, which expresses a purpose, a cause, means, manner. But kua is usually common when there are two inflectional verbs. However, if a verb is in its infinitive form, it serves the same purpose of a noun and can come either before or after the inflectional verb if there are two verbs. Like I said, kua is usually there if there are two inflectional verbs. The normal pattern can be either a form of kua followed by either the affirmative or negative version of the main verb, or you can use kua to show the main verb in relation to a time period. So, the core of Swahili vocabulary is Bantu with a good amount of borrowing from Arabic. And Swahili can change, actually, based on the country that you live in and the tribal tongue you speak. So, it's very influenced by a lot of factors. So, to finish, I just want to talk quickly about the writing system of Swahili. So I've mentioned a couple times that Arabic loanwords and influences from Arabic, and it's because Swahili originally was based a lot around Arabic. So Swahili's writing system itself was originally Arabic script before it was changed to the Roman letters that we see in most languages today. Some of the Arabic script still remains, but it's less frequent. So sometimes when they were using Arabic, sometimes they used a symbol in Arabic to account for multiple phonemes in Swahili, and sometimes there were multiple symbols that were used to represent one phoneme. So it was a little bit more confusing. Arabic script is no longer used in schooling except for one book, which is 1 to 2 pages, and it is written nowadays specifically for the older generation in Zanzibar, which is part of Tanzania, because this older generation still hasn't learned the Romanized letters. And the Arabic scripture is also used by people who study older literature, and before today, some people tried to modify the Arabic script to use Perso-Arabic signs to make it more clear and easier. However, this did not last. So then we switched to Roman letters when we were learning Swahili. And so when missionaries came to Eastern Africa in the 19th century, they worked to change Swahili from Arabic script to Roman letters. Eventually, they made this a standard writing system since it became clear it was much more practical and much less confusing for everyone. The only difficulty was representing the aspiration of the words in the language when using the Roman letters. The goal was to be able to represent all the phonological sounds in the language with the Roman letters and different symbols to show the differences in sound. So where you'd have accents, say in French, they were trying to put accents in it as well with these Roman letters. And the Romanized standard for writing only became official in the 1930s, so very recently. So down here we have our work cited, and I am actually going to show a clip to learn basic Swahili, which I think is very beneficial for all teachers to be able to listen to this and just learn a little bit.
Professional logo for your brand? I've used the new Wix logo maker to create one for my startup. I'll show you how.
Want to get cheat sheets, audiobooks, lessons, apps, and much more every month for free? Just click the link in the description to get your free language gifts of the month.
Welcome to SwahiliPod101.com's Kiswahili kwa dakika tatu, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Swahili. Hamjamboni, mimi ni Medina. Shukran kwa kuungana na mimi katika kipindi hii. Hi everybody, I'm Medina. Thank you for joining me. In this series, you're going to learn basic Swahili expressions. It's super easy and it only takes 3 minutes. And in this first lesson, you're going to learn how to introduce yourself in Swahili. You learn both an informal and formal way to do it. But unlike many other languages, there is not a very big difference between informal and formal speech in Swahili. First, let's see how Kenyan people introduce themselves in an informal situation. Habari, mimi ni Medina. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Hi, I'm Medina. Nice to meet you. Habari, mimi ni Medina. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Let's break it down. Start with the greeting. Habari, then mimi ni, which is followed by your name. Next, say the phrase, Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Nice to meet you. All together, it is, Habari, mimi ni Medina. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe.
So I just wanted to show that quick clip of Swahili because that is a Kenya-based Swahili, and I think this link is very useful for ESL educators to be able to learn just a little bit to be able to communicate with your students if they really could not otherwise. And so now I just want to for everyone to listen to an announcement about COVID, but in Swahili, since COVID right now is very prevalent.
I'm here to share an important message with you about COVID-19, also known as the coronavirus infection. To tell you more about that, we have Deborah.
COVID-19 inayojulikana pia kama coronavirus ni ugonjwa wa kupumua ambayo umewadhiri watu katika nchi 178 duniani kote na ni sasa katika kila hali nchini Marekani. Virusi hivi ni wazo la kuenea hasa kutoka kwa mtu hadi mtu aliyeambukizwa kikohozi.
So I just wanted to show a short snippet of this clip because it is a native Swahili speaker talking about COVID-19, which has been really prevalent in our community, in our society, for the past couple of months, and so it was interesting to be able to listen to this and understand a little bit of what she was saying by not even knowing the language. Thank you.